Mrs. Rothermel, could you ask folks to rename to their child's school?
I sure can. So for those of you who have joined us, if you could please add your child's school to your Zoom name, even just their initials would be great. So if it says your family name or whatever you have for your name, and you just put the two initials after it or before it, that would be great. It'll help us for the end of the presentation when we add in our breakout rooms. Thank you.
Started in about 2 minutes. I just want to let everyone know that we are recording this evening's presentation, and we will post that recorded presentation on our website for you to refer back to if you would like to.
All right, I see that it is now 6:30. So I will ask just one more time if you could possibly change your name in the little box in the corner. Actually, in the top box, it'll allow you to change your name and add your school's initials to your Zoom name. That would be fantastic. That will help us when we end the presentation and we go into our breakout rooms. It'll help pop you into those breakout rooms automatically. So if you could add the two initials for your child's school name into the name box on your name, that would be great. And again, welcome to District 95 Kindergarten Information Night. We are excited you are all here. Again, we will have breakout rooms with language support at the end of this presentation. Each of the 5 schools will have its own breakout room. There will be a nurse's room for questions to ask our nursing staff, and then a Russian, a Spanish, and a Polish breakout room as well. We are going to start out by introducing ourselves to each of you and which building we belong to.
Good evening. I'm Sandy Allen. I'm principal of Spencer Loomis Elementary School. Welcome, everybody.
Hi, good evening, everyone. We're so happy to have you all with us this evening. My name is Katie Culver, and I'm the principal at Sarah Adams.
And hello and welcome. My name is Lisa Gregoire, and I'm the principal at Isaac Fox. So glad you could join us this evening.
Hi, everyone. My name's Amy Marr. I'm the principal at May Whitney Elementary School. We're so happy to have you with us tonight.
And we're back to me. I'm Marie Rothermel, the principal at Seth Payne Elementary School, and you get to listen to me for a little bit longer yet. All information that we share tonight will be common among all 5 of our district elementary schools. We will focus on a typical experience for your students, no matter which school your child will attend. And here you can see the mascots for each of the 5 schools. District 95's full day kindergarten includes a variety of developmentally appropriate and challenging experiences. It is our goal to create a strong academic foundation while supporting social emotional learnings and encouraging always a passion for learning. Our district does offer a half-day program for those who would like that option. However, we do want to point out that you would be missing any curriculum and activities that were in the afternoon. And also transportation by a parent or an adult would be needed, as the district does not provide midday transportation. These are the current full and half-day schedules for our district. All of our schedules are posted on our district website. These schedules are subject to change as reevaluation of our school day is part of our District 95 strategic plan. More information about exact times for next school year, 22-23, will be communicated at a later date and time.
All right, for our District 95 kindergarten, a little bit about our program and how we support your kindergartners. We go for a balanced approach with regard to literacy and math instruction. So you'll see a variety of whole group, small group, and independent practice, lots of hands-on opportunities. So learning through purposeful play, their social and emotional instruction. We have an emphasis on critical thinking and problem solving, and we do use technology to enhance instruction. We find a nice balance between that paper and pencil and those manipulatives, but students also have access to technology for their learning. What would a typical day in kindergarten look like? Well, every classroom will start with a morning meeting, and you'll see a variety of literacy and math instruction throughout the day. There will be some opportunities for independent activities at stations, small group instruction. We have SEL instruction and opportunities for students to interact socially through purposeful play, science and social studies instruction. And then our students also participate in specials. You can see currently we have PE and music for 30 minutes twice per week. Library and art is 1 hour once per week for each of those subject areas. Know that we are, as part of our strategic plan, evaluating our school day. So the start and end time has the possibility of adjusting somewhat, as well as the special schedule. Parent participation is key. Our PTOs are a wonderful opportunity for our parents to become involved with our schools, either through fundraisers, being a room parent. I know this year we were so excited because our Halloween and Valentine's Day parties are back, possibly field day, some family activities, and just so much more. There are also opportunities for classroom volunteers, whether it's special projects or field trips, or again, those classroom parties. And communication, open communication is very important to the success of our students. You can see here we have listed a variety of opportunities for communication, whether it's the superintendent who is sending newsletters or the principals of the buildings, emails, phone calls, written notes from the classroom teachers, parent-teacher conferences and curriculum nights, Twitter, reminds. We're always looking for opportunities to keep that open line of communication with our parent community.
All right, so speaking of communication, one of the great ways that we have information shared with our families is through our district website. We have, if you go to lz95.org, you will be able to find our district website. There is at the top, this section here that says schools. So when you can click on that, you can find your school's name, click on it, and it will bring you to your school's website. So when you click on that, for example, if you were to click on Sarah Adams Elementary School, it would bring you to this site. All of our sites are laid out very similarly. So when you scroll down the page, you can click View All News down here, and that will help you, and you can click on any one of those areas to see further information as well. Our district transportation department provides transportation to all of our kindergarten children who qualify based on address and identified safe walk zones. Our transportation department efficiently determines and assigns the bus routes. There, again, as Ms. Allen mentioned earlier, there is not a midday transportation for kindergarten students if a half-day option is selected. In August, transportation will provide all bus information for students who will be bus riders, the route number, the pickup and drop-off times, and locations for students who qualify for bus transportation. This is the area of our district website where you can find more information about the transportation department, contacting them, and transportation forms. You click on departments and then select transportation, and you will be able to see this information.
Our full day kindergarten students do have lunch at school. So our school provides a well-balanced lunch that our students can bring their lunch from home. Students can pay for lunch using a debit system called Pushcoin, which we'll see another slide on in just a few minutes. In a typical year, students would have an ID card that they would use as well to link their lunch accounts. Monthly lunch menus are listed on our website, and we will show you what that looks like in just a minute. So this is another example of one of our school websites. As it was mentioned before, each school has their own site. So you can see right up on top, there's a part that says students and parents. And when you click on parents, you can click on lunch menus. That will show you the monthly lunch menu. In addition, as I mentioned, the Pushcoin system, which is our debit system, you can get information about that as well. The debit system does allow you to put money into the students' accounts, so then they are automatically charged for their lunch, so they don't have to carry cash to school. Again, that would be in a typical year. And attendance. So as you know, this is going to be a big step for your children to be coming to school and join us for kindergarten. Regular attendance is very important to their academic success. Through play and instruction and academics, students are going to learn all kinds of new activities. And it is important that they are here every day. We do urge you, if you are going to take, special holidays during the school year or breaks or visits and things like that, that you do that during the holiday breaks that we have, institute days, and plan for those vacations outside of our school days, because it is so important for the children to be here each day.
So I'm going to speak to you about something that all parents want to know about. They want to know, how can we prepare our children for the first day of school, because it's a big moment in their day. And so one of the tips that we have for you is teach your child, or let your child be independent. You don't know how much our 5-year-olds are able to do until you just let them do. They'll surprise you. So we want you to help them build independence. Make sure they know how to put their shoes on independently. They can zip their pants and they can button their shirts all by themselves, because that will help them be prepared to enter school, ready to go, and feel proud of themselves when they can put their things on, get ready for recess, and go home at the end of the day, pack their own book bags and so forth. So help build that independence with your children. Also, another great thing you can do with your kids is play games with them, take them places, take them on field trips, when you go to vacation, take them to special places, talk to them. But sitting and playing Candyland with them would be a great experience for them, because it allows them to learn how to take turns, to wait their turn, to be okay with losing, to be okay and be a gracious winner. These are all things that you learn in kindergarten. And we also additionally, one of the major best things you can do for your kids is read to them, and read to them in your first language, so that they can understand what language sounds like, so that they know what stories sound like, and have those great, wonderful conversations, because that is the building block for developing those early literacy skills that all kids will need to develop. To speak just a bit more about what that means, just to understand the impact of reading with your kids, this is just a simple graphic that talks about the difference of the amount of time students read per day. And if your student reads 20 minutes per day, notice that they'll be exposed to 1.8 million words per year, and is more likely to score in the 90th percentile on those standardized tests. Compared to those students who read just 1 minute per day, they're only exposed to 8,000 words per year and are more likely to be scored in the 10th percentile on those standardized tests. So this is a great way of illustrating read with your kids. That's the number one thing you can do to prepare them for school. And then the next question all parents have is, when do we get tested? When do they come in for their screening? So we do a comprehensive screening for all of our kindergarten students. That includes the vision and hearing. We look at their reading readiness, their math readiness, and their English language proficiency. This screening takes place in early June, and you'll receive more information about that later in this school year. Some important dates to be reminded of. We do have a wonderful kindergarten kickoff every summer, and it's open to all eligible 5-year-olds or kids that are entering into kindergarten in the fall. Transportation is also included in that if you want your kids to participate in the kindergarten kickoff. There are 2 3-week sessions. The same material is in both sessions, so you can choose which session you want your kids to participate if that's something you choose to do. Transportation forms for the fall of 22-23 are due June 15th so that we can get those bus information out to you if you are eligible for busing. And the first day of kindergarten for your little ones will be August 16th, 2022.
All right, we are coming to the end of our presentation, and you might be wondering what our next steps. We would encourage you to visit our LZ95 website and go to the registration tab. It will give you information specific to the steps that you need to take to enroll your kindergartner in our school district at the appropriate school. The registration process, you will complete the bulk of it online. So you will finish the registration form, parental consent and the invoice and fee agreement, and your transportation form if you have that set up at this time. You'll also download a medical information packet, and that's something that you will submit to the office when you have that completed at a later date. When you make your appointment to come in and prove residency, you'll need to bring your child's birth certificate. Remember, your student must be 5 years old on or before September 1st, 2022. And then you'll also have to provide your 3 proofs of residency. That information will be found on our website as well when you go through that registration process. We want to thank you all for coming this evening. As you know, we'll be going into breakout rooms in just a few minutes for your respective schools or in other areas where you have questions or need some additional support. We encourage you to complete your registration online. That needs to be completed before you schedule your appointment at your child's home school. You'll submit those documents. You'll want to then use your child's school's Sign Up Genius to set up an appointment. And these appointments are only for kindergarten registration. If you are unsure of your child's home school, or if you're new to the area and you're not sure if your address is within that catchment, there is a place on our district website where you can search your address to see what your home school would be. We also encourage you to take a look at your home schools. Each of them on the website has a link to the PTO's website. So there's lots of information there for parents, and we encourage you to take a look at that. And that concludes our presentation for this evening. We'll end our recording, and then we'll kind of pull us off of this presentation mode, and then we'll